morning, good morning, good morning. It is Wednesday, January 24. Oh my God, I got fucking chills going up my spine because we are here. We are here. We are here. And a lot of wider, more patient, more tranquil traders know what this means. Got up on screen here only because we've had a nice little move off the European Open after the little follow through after the US Open, where futures are up. We are at 49.1725, extremely overbought over on the ES. We are at 17.666. Kanye West, 25 over on the NQ, extremely overbought. Extremely overbought, fractionally above minus 20% from the all-time highs on the Russell 2000, and up at big time overbought, fractionally above the old all-time high over on the Dow Jones. While the VIX is at 1255. Now, I've kept you on this screen for a purpose. I have been searching that 4905, 4900 credit spread for days. Never saw any credit on it. Today, there's finally credit on it. Today, you are going into the S&P with two absolutely fucking pathetic less than 25-point range days back to back, Monday and Tuesday. You are going into today with 4 consecutive green closes. Now, a lot of guys remember 4 used to be the limit. And then back here in November, where was it? Yeah, back in November, we had 8 consecutive green days in a row. Fucking record going back. I don't know how many years I had to look back at that. I don't have the memory to remember back that what I was doing back then with the research. So plus 1%, 49.1325 for today. 49.19 as of right now would be the safe edge. So getting $1 on 49.05, 4900, having pointed out that very, very good possibility could make it up there to that 49.13 area.
Show me the money.
Dude, oh God, this is exciting stuff. So QQQ, bring you over there. Again, 2 red closes. Other than that, you have just been on an absolute fucking tear ever since that 394.34 bottom at the beginning of January. Absolute tear of green close, green close, green close on top of it. Now we are up even higher, which I'm going to get to in a couple of minutes. But first, I'm going to start out with Netflix. Netflix, like I was saying, would be ideal to get an open on Wednesday, somewhere between 520, 545. We're here. We're exactly right there. Looking at Netflix, looking at the chart for what it is for right here, just this, and you can see coming off of that April-May low from 2022, it's just been on a nice steady climb. Big gap up from back there in October, perfectly timed when they reported Gaza got invaded by Israel, fucking schleps. And we have filled the last remaining gap, which was from way back here when everything fell to absolute shit back in January of 2022, having run up to 799 cents. So we're up here. So shorter view, we are right here. There's your big gap from October. Here's our big gap from the overnight. Now, like I said, I will have a 32 trade for today. Not for today, today's expiration with Netflix. I will be looking at a trade on Netflix using the 32 trade program. I can't give that out until I see the adjusted pricing. However, I did see here the 525 calls, they closed at 845. Now you're up here at 540, so these worked. Like I've shared many, many times before, Netflix is typically the one earnings that when you play it in the right direction, it works. Everyone else after that winds up just absolutely bagging you, and I do not play earnings. Reason why, you got plenty of time after earnings to go and play it after The unknown has already been revealed. And here we are up at 540 as of right now, and it is looking good. And if you look back here and you look at Netflix and you come over here and you look at Bitcoin and you think Netflix is bullish.
Do you guys believe in aliens? Yeah. That's because you're fucking retarded.
Yeah, you probably do believe in aliens because the same shit happening over here with Bitcoin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC. Now you've had an ABC in the middle of this, right to that 48,475 and rejected. And if you do break down below this 33,000 level, you are completely fucked with your Bitcoin going to 100,000. I believe in aliens theory. Moving onward, we got some moving parts this morning that are helping the market to move up. The dollar, DXY, nice big drop because you had some positive news come out of the UK on their PMI. Thus, the sterling is up, the dollar is down. Same thing over here with the yen, as the two of them are pretty much partner and partner. The yen almost making a move back up above 149, now making its dip back down closer to 147. For references only, the sterling is so strong, it is resisting at the Brexit bottom, 1.091. Looking over at the Nikkei is down a second day in a row, but none of that matters because the only thing that matters is the US. And here we are with the 10-year. The 10-year having made a couple of attempts now above that 41.55, slightly getting rejected there overnight and looking as if right now with the TLT being up around 94.30, the TNX should be opening down here around low 41s. So again, positive for the stock market to make a move to the upside, which is what we have right now. Earnings today after the close, Tesla, we've already covered that. Anybody want to play any of these? Every earnings season, every single time, message me, send me a DM, send me an email, tag me in the room, tell me the ticker that you're looking to trade. I already have it charted. I'm more than happy to throw it out to you. So coming over onto the charts, and here, looking at the wide view of where we are, how we got here, 704, 387, 798, 503, and currently 764 with the current 20-point gap up today would take you to around 784. Now, over here in gray, I have put that, okay, I might have my count wrong. I am using the March low, 3808. There are a couple of my colleagues that are using over here the December low, which is 3764. So I could be off by a couple of points as to how far the wave 3 went. Did wave 3 go 842 points? Did wave 3 only go 798 points? Either way, we're currently right around 784. We're coming into that 49.13. We do have 49.22 up above. We even have 49.47 up above, which is pretty clean. So we are extremely, extremely close. And the excitement at the beginning of this is because tomorrow is your full moon.
Show me the money.
Tomorrow is our full moon. This is obviously needs to be changed, and this obviously needs to be changed. Our full moon is coming tomorrow, as it did right here in December. November, just like it was over here back in, where was it, April? Complete fake out, didn't get a dip. We're perfectly ready for it, right up at that resistance line, right up at the resistance line. Everything looked fantastic. And then right over here, beginning of December, gapped up above it and went on our run. Everything was set there and it did not work for a downside move, for a top call. Flat, very much like we had back over here in April. Not as much as May because May was a nice clean bottom. June, very, very similar as we were on that major 41.76, 41.95. And then AI was invented. So big wide view, full moon is here. You couldn't ask for a better table pounding, somebody telling you, look at the bigger, broader, wider view of everything rather than narrowing it onto the 0 DTEs, and stick with that March 15th view that I have. And the reason, you'll see it right at the top of your email today. You will see it at the top of your email today, and you will understand why I cannot stop with this, because the numbers, they add up, and history may not repeat itself, as you can see in the numbers that I'm sharing you there, but it very, very, very often rhymes. And that's why I gave you the extremely large SPY and QQQ charts in yesterday's email, which you will want to go back to and refer to. So coming over into a narrow view, looking at here off of the December move itself, just here in January, all this is January here. 2.32% decline, 1.82% decline, and here we are on our ramp. I didn't calculate how high this pop was. It went over here to 48.02. Just, I'll do it another day. I'll do it later on. Tiny little gap unfilled, tiny little gap unfilled, tiny little gap unfilled, and now we have a gap up today of 20 points as of right now. So we would be looking somewhere up here around 48.80, 48.84 for the open. Very clean, very concise, very absolute number 5 view in every which way, shape, and form. For reference, over there on the futures, zero volume. There is zero volume. Zero volume. So futures. So I'm watching here. This is the week to date as we're just holding that 48.85.50, doing nothing. 2 o'clock comes around yesterday, and suddenly we start making the move up. And we come over here into the close right around 6 o'clock, and we just go flat all night long. And then just as we started getting into some commentary from the Bank of Japan, poof, we make the move off of this 49.05 up to 49.17. And if I have to go back to what I said earlier about being overbought, can't say it loud enough. That's why you had the voice, even though I have lost most of my voice. Over here on the NQ, we'll look at that real quick because we're here. And actually, because we're here, I will look at another big, broad, wide chart, which one I have not covered with you guys. And that is the Dow Jones. And this is the Dow Jones, looking at it from a big, big, broad, wide view. Here's your all-time highs on the Dow Jones, right there in December, January of 2022. For the most part of the better part of a year, we kind of went nowhere. We've got our big bottom here in October, our big top over here in December of 2022. Did not post a higher high in February like the S&P did, and then your big low here in March. So a very clean couple of pivots. Almost took it out here in October. Almost took it out. And then we went on this big run. And as you can see here, it looks like a very clean ABC. Very clean. Very, very clean ABC. And here we are coming right up to 37.70, 90.08. Why I had that there, I do not remember, but the all-time highs were right here. We took them out right here in December the 12th. So new all-time highs on the Dow, new all-time highs over on there on the S&P, new all-time highs over there on the QQQ, NASDAQ, no new all-time highs on the comp as we were sharing over the weekend. Come on. No new all-time highs over there on the NASDAQ comp. And then you come over to your bigger, broader view of the Russell 2000, which can't get out of this traction it has been in since January, February of 2022. Churning and burning all in this zone, minus 20% from its all-time highs. A complete piece of garbage. And anyone knows who's been doing this for more than Robin Hood COVID times, the Russell 2000 is what leads you into a strong bull market, which starts producing all-time highs. You don't have that Russell 2000, so take that with a grain of salt. You're being warned in multiple different ways. QQQ coming off the January lows, plus 8.43% as of right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, very, very shallow 4 being that 4 there yesterday. And this being most likely the 5 that we were waiting for to complete the move, coming off of your lows that were over here in October, coming off of your lows that were over here in October of 2022 to make this a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 completed. Everything is done. And now we can go into, okay, the full moon. Okay, January's ending. Okay, February's starting. Okay, March is coming. Check the top of your email. You will see why
Show me the money.
is coming.
Boom.